What if everything you believe about reality is only a small fraction of what truly exists? Imagine a world beyond your senses, a reality so vast and hidden that you can only catch fleeting glimpses of it in your dreams or in moments of stillness. What if the universe you see around you, the one you think you know so well, is not even close to the whole story? Reality, in its full complexity, is so much more than what we can grasp through our eyes and minds. But where are these forgotten dimensions? And what are they trying to tell us? Let's step beyond the veil, together, and explore the realms of the unseen, the unspoken, the forgotten. Every day we experience the world through our senses. Our eyes see the visible spectrum, our ears hear a limited range of frequencies, and our touch defines the world as solid and tangible. But how much of this is truly real? We live within a narrow window of perception, often believing this is all that exists. Yet behind the apparent stillness of the world, there lies a great mystery, a reality that is beyond what we can measure. Albert Einstein once said, "The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious." And what is mystery if not the invitation to explore realms that remain hidden to us? Our senses are like an old map, showing us landmarks but missing entire regions we are only beginning to explore. Imagine the vastness of the universe which, even with our best telescopes, still seems endless and unknown. What if the things we cannot see or touch hold more weight than everything we can? How much of our lives are shaped by invisible forces, unseen by our limited perception? There is a world around us that we cannot see but feel, the subtle currents of energy that flow through everything, the invisible networks that bind the universe together. Just as we cannot see gravity, we feel its pull every moment of our lives. These hidden forces shape the universe and, by extension, our lives. Think of the wind. We can't see the wind itself, but we know its presence through the movement of trees, the rustling of leaves, the whispers it carries. In the same way, there are dimensions of reality that we cannot directly perceive, but which influence our thoughts, actions, and relationships. In physics, the concept of dark matter, an invisible substance that makes up most of the mass of the universe, reminds us that much of reality is hidden in plain sight. It's there, but it's invisible. Scientists have spent years trying to uncover the true nature of this unseen force. It behaves in ways that we cannot yet fully understand, but it has a massive effect on everything that we can observe. If we take a moment to think about it, perhaps the same is true for human consciousness. What if consciousness itself is a bridge to these invisible dimensions? Consciousness, the very essence of what it means to be aware, has puzzled thinkers for centuries. Many believe it to be an emergent property of the brain, but what if it is something far greater? What if consciousness is not just a product of the brain, but a key to unlocking dimensions beyond our understanding? In ancient traditions, consciousness was seen as a gateway, a bridge between the material and the immaterial. The philosopher William James once remarked, "The greatest discovery of my generation is that a human being can alter his life by altering his attitudes." What if this altering is a process of tuning into hidden dimensions of reality, ones we might not even know exist? The scientific community has long grappled with the idea of consciousness, but even the brightest minds admit that we are only scratching the surface. In the 21st century, neuroscientist David Chalmers introduced the hard problem of consciousness. How can subjective experience arise from neural processes? The answer remains elusive. Perhaps this is because consciousness does not come from our brains. It comes from somewhere else, a place beyond the physical, a place where the boundaries of reality bend and stretch. What if the key to accessing these forgotten dimensions lies in shifting the way we perceive the world around us? In spiritual traditions across the world, there is talk of realms beyond this material world, the astral plane, the ethereal realms, and the spiritual realms. These are not imaginary places, but actual dimensions of existence, accessible only to those who can attune themselves to them. One such idea comes from the ancient Vedantic philosophy, which teaches that the material world is just an illusion, Maya, and that beneath it lies an eternal reality, Brahman, which is beyond time, space, and form. To see through the illusion is to see the deeper, forgotten reality. While the senses provide a surface-level understanding of the world, it is our intuition that connects us to the deeper dimensions of reality. Intuition is the language of the soul, a way of perceiving the invisible threads that bind us to the universe. Have you ever experienced a moment of knowing without knowing how? a gut feeling that guided you toward a decision or a person. These moments are not coincidences, they are glimpses into the deeper dimensions that exist beyond our rational mind. Intuition, as Carl Jung pointed out, is not simply the product of our unconscious mind, it is a direct connection to the deeper currents of reality. Your visions will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes. In a way, intuition is the doorway to these forgotten dimensions, leading us to places we have always known but have forgotten. It is through intuition that we remember our connection to something greater than ourselves, a reality that is not bound by the physical world. There are those rare moments in life when the veil between the visible and invisible worlds thins. These are mystical experiences, moments when the boundaries of the self dissolve, and we feel one with the universe. These experiences often come when we least expect them, in nature, in moments of stillness, or in deep contemplation. The experience of being in the flow, as the psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi describes it, is a form of mystical experience. It is a state in which the boundaries between self and the world blur, and we enter a higher state of awareness. In these moments, we glimpse the forgotten dimensions of reality. It is as if the universe itself reaches out and pulls us into a deeper, more profound understanding of existence. Connecting with the forgotten dimensions. So, how do we reconnect with these forgotten dimensions? The first step is to acknowledge that they exist. Once we begin to question the surface reality, we open ourselves to the possibility of deeper layers of existence. Meditation, prayer, and mindfulness are practices that can help us tune into these realms. The act of quieting the mind creates space for the subtle energies of these dimensions to enter our awareness. Jiddu Krishnamurti, a philosopher and spiritual teacher, once said, "The ability to observe without evaluating is the highest form of intelligence." By quieting the inner chatter, we make space for these higher forms of awareness. The key is to embrace the mystery. The more we seek answers in the material world, the more elusive these dimensions become. But when we surrender to the unknown and trust the process, the forgotten dimensions begin to reveal themselves. In the end, the forgotten dimensions are not out of reach. They are right here, hidden in plain sight. All we need is to awaken our senses, shift our consciousness, and embrace the mystery. The universe is far more than the eye can see. It is a vast, intricate web of energies, thoughts, and emotions, and it is waiting for us to remember. Are you ready to explore the forgotten dimensions of reality? To step beyond the veil and discover what lies hidden in the spaces between thoughts, in the quiet moments, in the breath of the universe. It's time to remember what we have always known, that reality is far more expansive, mysterious, and interconnected than we have been led to believe. The forgotten dimensions are not some distant realm, but a part of the fabric of existence itself, woven into every atom, every experience, every fleeting thought. By shifting our awareness, by tuning into the deeper currents of life, we can begin to perceive these hidden dimensions. The key is to quiet the noise, to look beyond the surface, and to listen to the whispers of the universe. The invitation is there, waiting for you to accept it. The forgotten dimensions are within your reach, not as abstract concepts, but as real, tangible truths that can transform how you experience life. The journey may be mysterious, but it is also deeply rewarding. In the words of the great spiritual teacher Ramana Maharshi, the truth is that we are always what we seek. You are not separate from these dimensions, you are a part of them. You carry them within you, in the very depth of your being. As you begin to awaken to these realities, you will find that the world around you becomes richer, more meaningful, and full of possibilities you had never imagined. The forgotten dimensions are not lost to time. They are waiting for you to remember, to recognize their presence, and to live from a place of true understanding. So take a step forward. Open your mind, your heart, and your spirit to what lies beyond the visible. And as you do, remember, the forgotten dimensions are not somewhere else. They are right here, right now, waiting to be rediscovered by you. The journey is yours to take. Embrace it and see the world in ways you've never seen before.